All right, guys. So looks like AI has done it again. It's coming out the animators more than ever. Before we get the video, guys, hope you guys hit the like, subscribe. If you guys like art topics, art vlogs, and much more than that. We also have a monthly art drop, guys. So if you guys want to check it out, we do have some prints, stickers, keychains, all that good stuff, all based on Comic-Con. It recently was an LA Comic-Con, so we did like a lot of superhero themes. So I hope you guys could check it out. It will be only available for 1 month only, guys. So click on the QR code or click on the link in the description below, right? Wait, did I say that twice? All right, let's just begin the video. All right, guys, welcome everybody to a new art topic. Today we'll be talking about, well, AI. So there's a recent post that kind of went pretty much viral not too long ago, like yesterday. And it was more of a repost, and then I'll click on the original post. But this was what I saw. So here it is right here, guys. It is right here. The original post that I saw was, man, sometimes I feel like giving up as a real animator. When I look at this, AI animations is advancing way faster than I expected. I knew it was coming, but not at this speed. In 5 years, it might be possible for real animators to keep up. Might not be possible for animators to keep up. Sorry. Honestly, holy ish. I'm generally concerned for the future of animation industry. Right now, it feels like you either adapt, learn these tools, or you get buried under a wave of AI content that somehow pulls away more views. Unfair for real creators. We are being set up to lose. Before I begin what the original post, you guys are probably seeing the video. Here's the thing, guys. I think in today's world, personally, a creator or an artist should use AI as a tool to the best of their abilities. I'm not saying replace everything with AI. I'm not saying that. But it kind of looks like right now, like certain industries, you have to use AI in some way. And at least like try adapt to it. So you can move your progress faster as an artist and creator. I always say I'm not a big fan of AI. I don't like AI, but it is here. It is here to stay for the most part right now. And so I personally just say use AI to your own advantage. Like don't take away other things like other people's like creations or whatever, but just figure out how to use it, like find references, make your progress faster, etc. For example, I use AI when it comes to YouTube. Now, what did I use YouTube for? Well, I usually use YouTube or ChatGPT to help me write my scripts better. So I write a whole script of it. Well, actually, let me show you guys an example. So here is an example of how I use ChatGPT to help me write my scripts better. So I write all my ideas down, try to break it down as best I could to make a video, like for the DonnyCon review video, with my art and everything, and I just break everything down. I write my script the best I could. You know, there's just things all over the place for the most part, right? So what I use ChatGPT is to help me take this and make it better. Revise script, exploration worlds, gameplay and forums. And obviously, do I say every single thing it writes? No, but it helps me organize my stuff. So that's how I use ChatGPT. Sometimes helps me come up with like some title ideas from, you know, just also like taglines, I guess you could say too. And you know, it can go even make your own like tags, but you see, like I'm refining it and like, you know, trying to figure out like the best that I could like find the right one. Anyways, so that's how I use ChatGPT, guys, or AI. Again, I'm not a big fan of it, but even I know that we all have to use in some way AI in order to make our progress faster and not over like extend it or take too much time on things that could actually be turned out a little bit faster because of this technology now. Like I said, I'm not a fan of it, but yeah. Now, back to this, guys. So what are we talking about this whole time? Well, this is where it came. It was September 30th, which was kind of like recent, pretty much. It was just 2 days ago as I'm recording this video. So the original post got about 13.1 million views, guys. So it literally said, I tested the AI model Sora on classic anime. The result is hardly believable. I can already see the hundreds of fan-mades and parodies that are doing to come out. Sora 2 is definitely a new step in AI. So let's see what the video's about. You're wide open. So, like, by the way, guys, AI cannot do voices. If you guys didn't know about that.
Just one.
I don't know what music is using. It's like all over the place. It looks like My Hero Academia. Like I said, this is really bad. Because the angles are bad. Like it's really confusing in so many ways. You guys gonna see what in the video, like they're like, what? Why did that happen? For example, it just disappears. This right here just random. So Goku says Shattercone breakbeat. I have no idea what's going on. And this is Light Yagami versus Al. Like, it's so weird. This is so bad. But, like, guys, this is the next step forward with animation. I mean, I can see why people are, a lot of animators are not going to like this at all because, well, yeah, it's pretty bad. But this is just the beginning. Let me fast forward a little bit. Again, a lot of this stuff is very confusing. Like a lot of angles. So like, let me go real quick. Look, he's gone. Like he's there, but then he's gone. Like again, it's between frames, right? It's just very, very strange. Like this one, you know, demons. They're just not moving, but
I won't let you toy with me, Ahsoka.
the voices.
Try keeping up.
Oh, I intend to.
Yo, I'm bald, but the shine still the rhyme hits.
So this one here is very confusing too. So I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you guys know that frame. Oh my god, that looks like My Hero Academia the punch. Oh my god, that's really bad. But yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed. There's like a double demon thing. Like there's a demon there, and a demon attacking him. Like what? Like it's really bad. But again, I'm a big hater, right? Obviously, but I think that's not the point that this animation is bad. This animation has a long way to go. I think the point of all of this is pretty much showcasing how fast it's gotten within 2 years or within a couple of years. And so who knows within the next 3 to 5 years, or even maybe way sooner than that, how faster and better the animation is going to get with like the camera angle, with the animations between scenes and all that. Like this is very scary. This is very new territory in so many ways, because now also does voices, because you already know what's going on with some of the voice actors and stuff like that. Well, we'll see what's gonna happen very soon, because I will talk about something a little bit later about the court case. But let's continue and see what people feel about this. So let's go for some of the Twitter comments, the ones that I found interesting, like this one. AI isn't making priorities. It's about collapsing the gatekeeping walls of animation. Studios will fight it, fans will flood it, and the real creators will weaponize it. Question is, when anyone can make an anime at scale, what happens to the old power structures? So pretty much he's saying, I don't know about the gatekeeping part, like who's stopping from learning how to do animations. You know what I mean? I don't understand that part, like who's gatekeeping that. But anyway, that's just my opinion. But continuing, I think he is right about it. Studios will fight it, fans will flood it, and real creators will weaponize it. What he means by that? Well, he means that creators are not afraid to use AI as a tool and make the progression a lot faster. Like I talked about earlier, there are things I'm willing to do with AI, but there are a lot of things I'm not willing to do with AI. For example, like I want to use it for YouTube. That's it. I don't use AI for anything else. I don't use it to references for my art. I don't use it for creating my own art or anything like that. But again, that's just my own personal thing. But for a lot of people, they're gonna use AI to kind of replace their whole image in some ways. At least it seems that way. We've seen it with a recent artist that we talked about, I think like a couple of weeks ago, about an artist who used like AI as backgrounds, but they draw like the main character in the front, but they use AI for their backgrounds. So he's using it to his way, and a lot of people did not like it. And a lot of people did not like it. So another thing that I will say, that I think studios are going to stop this for other people using their IPs from creating it. For example, like the fans, I think a lot of this can get a lot more stricter. Is what I mean by that is, I think fan art, fan animation, stuff like that, it's gonna get a lot more less than more in the future. Or at least that's a possibility, because I think there's gonna be new tools for companies to copyright strike and take down all these videos, because there's gonna be so much. There's gonna be some way, some form where they're like, yep, take it down. You cannot monetize it, whatever. That kind of thing. And this, I think it's gonna go it's gonna be like a domino effect, where it's gonna affect a lot of other things, not just in animations and IPs and fan art and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It could go to reactions or something like that. You know, that's been talked for a while now, but let's continue. Because this comment says pretty much what I'm trying to say. I feel like copyright guardrails are imminent and this will be short-lived. I don't see the actual intellectual property like characters' likeness can be generated in a way that doesn't generally confuse the average viewer, which is usually a strong argument with copyright IP. So it pretty much making the argument where like the average viewer ain't gonna know what it's gonna be AI or not for the most part in the future, possibly. And so I think if I own an IP, there's a couple IPs in my company, I will want to stop everything about AI. Again, that doesn't say that. I'm not saying that companies ain't gonna use AI. I'm not saying that. All right, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying the companies want to stop other people from using AI with their IPs. That's what I'm saying. I want to get that very clear, because as of right now, AI that has no copyright laws. All right, so like all these videos that you guys see right now, easy to take down as of right now, that I truly believe, because AI does have no copyright laws protections, nothing like that. Because again, can you really copyright an AI thing? Me personally, I don't think so, which we're gonna talk about a lawsuit very soon, because I think this could be actually true. Here's another question. Implications for creative works workflow are significant. Independent creators who couldn't afford animation studios can now prototype concepts, frameworks, or even produce short form content. This democratizes, sorry if I said that completely wrong, a medium that is cost prohibitive. Obviously, there are quality difference from hand-drawn professional work, but the barrier to entry just dropped dramatically. So pretty much what they're saying is now an independent person could create a short film, a concept, or anything like that, use as a portfolio to kind of introduce the IP to the world, to sell it to a studio or whatever of an idea, because now it's gonna be a lot more easier to at least animate it and get the basic idea of it out there, compared to hire someone else to do the animation for you and you can just do it yourself. Also, they're not saying it's gonna be perfect or anything like that. They're just saying that's the possibility of what people could be doing now with like this technology. I found this comment that was very interesting. It says likeness of characters of scenes is not covered by copyright law. You can't try to trademark your characters, and later copying is illegal without a license, but imitating the style is perfectly legal. As I see it, AI would not yet be another reason to demolish the whole copyright law. I'm kind of confused by that comment, because obviously this whole video is copyrighted from like everything. The reason why is because the characters are not changed. Yes, there's some walk-in anatomy and all that, but the basic of the characters is not changed. For example, Saitama looks like Saitama, Goku looks like Goku. You know, you get the whole thing. The characters are there. There's no change to that. So pretty much this like stuff like this could be easily copyrighted no matter what it is, AI or not AI. There's some people who are gonna be cool with it. There's gonna be some people who are not cool with it, aka the companies. So I don't understand what he's saying fully, but I even like did like a quick Google AI search, just use this against them, I guess you could say, because even it says the statement likeness of characters of scenes is not covered by AI law is false. With copyright does not protect general ideas, it does cover the specific expression of a character or scene in a fixed medium like a book, film, or artwork. So what are they talking about? Well, you guys cannot see it because I am dumb, but now you guys can see it. There you go. There's the false right there, guys, highlighted. But what they're talking about, like I said before, is the character's special traits. For example, a generic superhero with a cape is not protected, but Superman with a specific story, backstory, personality, and distinctive visual traits, it is. So him having the S, that is a trait that of Superman, pretty much, right? Now, is there other superheroes that have a logo and all that? Yes, of course. We've seen alternative Superman characters within like the boys, you know what I mean? We already seen that, but obviously that's not Superman, so that is fine because it's a completely different kind of character. So that's like pretty much the difference of like, you know, of what they're talking about, I guess you could say. And while I was editing the video, I found this post right here. It literally just posted not too long ago. It says right here, the point is that you put effort on something, you can do it. Of course, I did it in a week because I got good at art fundamentals, which can be learned fast with attention and a good method. And just the animation to focus on. AI will replace art, or more like codes this with art. It took me 1 week. And the original post is, it took me 1 week if I did it, I'm sure you can. So what they're talking about, they animated the Chun-Li versus Cammy, or at least like the sketch outline of this, everything. But continuing, it says right here, but also your job at some point, the series of it or video you can look at, and you will be replaced by the machine. What will you have? That's why it's so important to have a passion, put effort into something you like, or do you end up like a human in Wall-E? So that's what a lot of people are kind of afraid of in some ways, right? Because if AI replaces a lot of things, what the hell are you gonna do? You know what I mean? When it comes to a job, when it comes to creating, when it comes to like your passion, we're all just gonna be robotic nobodies at this point because you're not doing anything, right? Yes, people can still do draw, people can still paint, people can still do their own thing, but it's gonna be completely different if you have an AI that's just doing everything for you. I don't like that. There's some people who are transitioning to that. I've seen some artists that no longer do their own art. They use AI to do their art now, I guess you could say. It is a weird time. It's a weird timeline right now. And yeah, I am afraid that we are headed towards Wall-E. As crazy, as ludicrous that sounds, but I feel like we really are headed towards that. So yeah, I found this post as soon as I was making the video. So I just want to add this part because yeah, I believe we could be headed to that. I accidentally forgot about this part. But I want to show you guys this part right here is pretty much like the active lawsuit that's going on right now, which is a big deal, which I don't think a lot of people are really talking about it that much because, you know, it's a lawsuit. It's going to take some time. But what I'm talking about is the major entertainment companies, including Disney, Universal, and Warner Brothers, and Discovery have filed lawsuits against AI image generator Midjourney for copyright infringement, alleging that Midjourney trained its AI on copyrighted works and produced images that copy the characters without permission. So that is what the lawsuit is happening right now, guys. Now, the reason why this is a big deal, just because they're going for just for Midjourney, this will change the rules how AI is trained from now on. It may be too late, but it'll be added there pretty much. But it will also be added. The first major challenge for Hollywood studios to AI generative in the industry could refine copyright law and concept of fair use in the context of AI of content, pretty much. So this is, like I said, this is a big deal. We're gonna see what's gonna find out. Midjourney is fighting against some of the biggest companies. So if Midjourney wins, this is a really big win for AI. If they lose, AI bots, or what you want to call them, will be completely changed forever. Because now AI cannot be using anything that's copyrighted, any use of IPs. They have to create their own IPs in order for the AI to be used in so many ways. That means not a random person online on the internet, like we saw with the video, cannot create that and not be getting in trouble. Now, would a lot of them fall in the cracks because they're not making a lot of money, or, you know, they're not monetized, whatever? Yes, of course. But big companies like this, like Midjourney, who are making millions of dollars of their IPs, well, they can no longer do that. They can no longer like put a subscription base like for this kind of reason. And they have to regulate and add rules to what AI could be used for and not used for at this point. Like I said, this is a really big deal. We're gonna find out what is gonna happen, and yeah, this is just the beginning. This is literally is the very beginning of this whole thing, because like it says right here, is impact on AI and creativity. I don't really agree with the creativity part, but all right. A loss of Midjourney could mean that AI models would need to be retained and licensed data, potentially leading to a ban on certain prompts, impacting the future of AI generated content. Conversely, if Midjourney prevails by arguing fair use, it could provide a legal basis for training AI with copyright material. Like I said, guys, this is what I mean. This is a really big deal. Again, I'm not a big fan of all this. I hate this. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this AI animation. What do you guys think about this? Are you guys digging this? Do you guys think the artists should use AI at this point for like, you know, to make the workflow faster, to get things done faster, progress faster, you know, the whole thing? Like I said, I am not a big fan of AI. I hate it. I hate they exist. I wish it didn't exist in the creative field. I just say creative field because I don't know about the other fields as right now, like what they're doing with that, with science and all that. But I really do hate AI. I'm not a big fan of it. But why do I use AI on like ChatGPT for like the YouTube stuff? Because even I know there are certain things that are inevitable and have to like kind of like take advantage where you're willing to take advantage of. For example, I'm only willing to do that, but I'm not going to use it for my art or anything like that. Like I haven't really thought about it for the most part. Like I'm just gonna do my own thing with my art stuff and all that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Should an artist or creator use AI to their advantage and make things progress a lot faster, especially when it comes to animations? Maybe like they want to use AI to get the between scenes to just AI those parts and just make the progress go faster. Because you guys don't know, there's some scenes that are like not fully completed. It's just like the in between scene to make the animation go a little bit like longer, I guess you could say, or more smoother. And so AI could just replace that part of you creating it, and you could save some time and put more time into the main scenes. So that's one way of doing things. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of this, because again, there's a lot of people that are hating it. There's a lot of people putting good arguments about like, oh, why this could be beneficial. There's a lot of people that are hating this in general. I try to find good between of what's going on right now, of like why people are liking it, why people are not gonna like it. That's pretty much it for the most part. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think this is very interesting. I'm very nervous about the future, but like at the end of the day, guys, I always say this, guys, and I think I'm gonna make it to something. AI cannot take away your ideas unless you're in the Matrix. All right, peace out.